Hey, Alexa. Never mind. Hello, hello. Hey, Honey Ray. Happy Saturday. I know yesterday I said I wasn't going to get back on live this weekend, but here I am, back on live. Ooh. Yes, yes. Happy Saturday. Welcome in, Tiff. Welcome in, Pink. Welcome in, Sammy. 2, 3, 4. Hey, hey. How's y'all Saturday? I'm trying to put together this table here. And so I was like, why don't I just pop on live since I'm going to be putting something together? These are like the worst instructions I have ever seen. I be feeling like I need my glasses. Okay. Wait. Okay, that's the bottom. Y'all can go ahead, drop any questions about weight loss surgery, food maintenance, whatever y'all want. I'm just going to be here on live while I put this table together real quick. Hey, Riri. Wait, am I doing it right? I need... Okay, boom. I'm doing it right. I think I'm doing it right. This, okay. Shit. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Wait. I think I'm doing it wrong. When did I have my surgery? I had my surgery on, I was about to tell you a whole damn lie. March 2nd of 2023. 3/2/2023. I don't know why I was about to say August. Okay, so is it this side or is it the other side? I think it's this side. And then this side. Right? Yeah. Shit. You see, I'm already about to do this damn thing wrong. I'm on both TikTok Live and YouTube Live, but everybody can ask me questions. Your 9 days post-op, Tiff? Yay! Congratulations. How are you feeling so far? Are you still like on the liquid diet after surgery? About to move into puree if that's your food stage advancement? I had carbonation 2 months post-op. So like diet soda, sparkling water, sugar-free kombucha, like all that type of stuff. I had that 2 months after my surgery. And my first drink was actually sugar-free Red Bull because I worked in the ER and I needed something to, you know, keep me up. So I ran it past my surgical team because I don't drink coffee. Coffee doesn't have much of an effect on me, like, at all. So I ran it past them and everything for them, like, there's rules in place. But then when I would talk to them about those rules, they would tell me, well, as long as it's not hurting you. And it never has. So eating and drinking with a straw, carbonation, those things have never hurt me. Why do you want to know how much weight I lost in a month? Because it varies. And me telling you how much I lost in a month isn't going to help you. So I'm just curious to know, why do you want to know? And I refrain from saying, answering those type of questions because I feel like we have a tendency of comparing ourselves to other people and their weight loss journey and trying to see if we're doing something right. And I did this a lot too. And it's really irrelevant. Like how much weight somebody else loses in a month, in a year, in a couple weeks has no indication of what our success is going to look like. So just remember that. It hasn't been that bad. Good, good. I am so happy. No, I have not reached my goal weight. And honestly, at this point, I'm like changing my mindset when it comes to a goal weight. So my goal weight was, let me just tell y'all my stats. My highest weight was 287.2 pounds. I started my weight loss surgery journey last year at 264.2 pounds. And currently my lowest weight is 183.6. And my goal weight was 150. I wanted to bounce between 150 and 160. No, you're fine. Like, I understand it's just a question that people are curious about asking, but I just refrain myself from answering those type of questions, and I tell y'all the reasons why I don't answer those type of questions because I know what it is. I know why some of us are doing it. So, but like I'm not taking it as like, you know, no bad thing or anything. I just wanted you to understand the reason why I wasn't going to answer that. But I mean, I've done videos on my month to month breakdown. Plus on my YouTube, I have monthly updates starting from 6 months post-op. And so I've said it before. It's just now that I am in a different space with weight loss and the advice that I give to people, I just changed the way I say things because I'm smarter now. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as my goal weight, would I like to lose more weight? Yes, I definitely would like to lose more weight. I don't know if I 100% want to get to 150. I am comfortable, however, right here at 183. But for me, and this is why it's important for us to pay attention to like our body types, I hold a lot of my weight and my fat and my loose skin in my upper body. So all of my weight that's still around, it's still in my arms, it's still in my belly, and it still makes me feel big. And so I know those last 20 to 30 pounds could possibly take that away. So that's why I want to lose it. Before I was just stuck on a number, but now I'm just like thinking about my overall health. I know when you have a lot of fat in your stomach, that means you still have a lot of fat around your internal organs. And so that's what I'm pretty much trying to pay attention to. But I mean, I look small and it's because I am, but I would like to lose a little bit more weight, just a little bit. But we'll see if it happens. I'm honestly not pressuring myself to get there either. I've really been coasting these last couple of months. I don't know if I'm doing this shit right. I'm gonna just do it like this. I'm so glad I can help, Jessica. I really am. I'm just sharing my journey. Like that's always been the position that I've come from with any weight loss journey I've been on. These have always been like my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok. They've always been my accountability pages. And it turned to all this. Like I would have never expected to have almost 25,000 people follow me on TikTok and almost 5,000 people follow me on Instagram and almost 3,000 people follow me on YouTube. I would have never imagined that. But still, even with that being said, I still just come from trying to share y'all my journey, share any new thoughts that come around my way, any new information I come across that can be helpful, anything that's helping me. I don't like to gatekeep. I try to help y'all too. So yeah, I'm glad that y'all finding some peace and comfort and support and help out of my videos. It lets me know that I'm on the right path. Because content creation at the end of the day is still a business. And so now that I'm taking it a lot more seriously, I'm glad that you guys are finding it useful. Plus, I enjoy it. So it's a 2-for-1 special. Easter plans. We're a military family. My husband is in Tokyo right now. And so, when a member of the family is gone, it's kind of like it hasn't even been a week yet. Monday will be a week. So I'm just trying to keep it light, keep it chill from the girls and I. We have two kids, and just be in the house, spending time together. I don't think we're gonna go out. Do y'all have any Easter plans? Let me know. I understand that the whole pausing on the weight loss surgery because of the mental health. I know for my clinic specifically, they told us that they would not cancel our surgery when we did the psych eval, but they did say that based off of the results from the psych eval, they could delay it because of whatever comes up during that psych eval. So they didn't cancel it. I know some people, that's not their experience. They did straight up cancel it. And I think that's so unfortunate. But for my clinic, they said, don't worry about it. Just be as truthful as you possibly can. And if you do need more support, then we'll give it to you. So that was the benefit, at least at my clinic. Like if they were to delay your surgery for a couple months, because it would be like a 6-month delay, then they would be giving us therapy, I think on a weekly basis, with the bariatric psychiatrist that we had in clinic. So I always tell people, go into your psych eval telling them the truth. Like, tell them the truth, because it only helps you. Like, if you go in there, like, trying to be like, oh, you didn't have any EDs or any struggles with mental disorders or anything for your past that now triggers your food, you're still going to have to deal with those problems. Surgery does not fix those type of problems. So I always tell people, like, don't be scared. Don't be afraid of the psych eval. Whatever happens is going to happen. I would rather you be honest and get the help that you need, and risk the delay than go into it lying, getting your surgery, and now you end up getting weight regain or hurting yourself because you're overeating, because you're still emotionally eating because you didn't get the help that you needed in the first place. I'm 4 weeks out. No plans. Want to stay focused. Gotcha. Yeah, like that's honestly the best bet. I had my surgery in March. So I think this is like the best time, because even though there's like little holidays that's coming up, I just wanted to stay focused, especially because I know me, and I know like every time I was on a weight loss journey and the summertime would come, the summertime is when you start acting the fool. Everybody is meeting up, gathering, you're outside more, barbecues, you're exploring more, you're going to theme parks, stuff like that, and you're eating. All of those activities have something to do with eating. And so that's where I normally always fell off. Like January 1st, I would hit it hard, lose a bunch of weight. By summertime, I was feeling myself too much, and then back on the regain train, and then summer leads into the holidays, and then there you go, back into January, and I'm starting a new diet. So for me, it was definitely a challenge to have my surgery in March, because like I said, like that's when you're hot and heavy with your dieting, and then come summer, and even still, to be honest, like even last summer, I don't want to say bugging out, because I like to compare everything to my previous life, and it's nowhere near my previous life. But we were in Texas at the time. We're in Washington State now. And we were out in tacos once a week, and I was having margaritas once a week. And I was, 4 months post-op, like just living life. But I've gotten a hold of it. Like, I'm obviously down my weight, but still, like just those little habits. So if the best bet for you is to just stay the course, stay the course. Stay the course. You ain't missing nothing. And whatever you do miss, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Hey, Jason. Happy Saturday. Oh. Cleaning up a storm. You got a storm? Like, what type of storm? Hurricane? Tornado? Snow? Your date is May 22nd. Yay! Congratulations. That's a week before my birthday. That is 5 days before my birthday. Oh. Yeah, I'm just here putting together a table. Decided to just jump on live. Ugh. Yes, welcome to the lighter side of life. I like to say welcome to the Losers Club, where for the first time we're winning. We're winning, period. It's the Losers Club, but we're winning. Yes, and there's like a million little pieces. I wish they could just come together, like come together. I was upset about it, but I am good. But what I don't understand, I already have a therapist. I see her every 2 weeks. The last hospitalization was last. They still want me to come. So did they tell you how long the delay was gonna be and like what exactly they're looking for with you continuing with therapy? If y'all just joining the live, I'm both on YouTube Live and TikTok Live. So if you're like, who is she talking to or what question is she answering? That's what's going on. Okay. All right. Part 1 is down. Let's go for this part. Boom. 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 Hey. Hey, Lex. How are you, girly? I didn't even tell y'all why I'm putting this table together. Nobody asked me why. But I'm going to tell y'all anyway. I'm putting this table together because I'm going to be launching a podcast soon because I like running my mouth. And so I need the table to hold the mic. And it's aesthetically pleasing. When I'm on live is when I'm telling y'all all my business. I haven't like officially said anything about anything I'm doing. But every time I get on live is when I say something. Had your first nutrition class requirement of the 3-month insurance requirement. I'm so glad that for my insurance, we had to have 4 nutrition classes, but it was on a weekly, like they provided it to us on a weekly basis. So, and I was there. I took a month to knock out everything I was supposed to do for my weight loss surgery. So we had to do labs. I had to do a sleep study, 4 nutrition classes, psych eval, upper GI check. I think that was it. I think that was everything. So, and I took a month to do that. Like I literally December 21st, when I had my informational session and they told us what we had to do, I walked out of there already booking appointments to get everything done. Like, and by January 24th, I was finished with all of my requirements for weight loss surgery and had my pre-op appointment. And then I think by that next week, I know everything happened in January. By that next week, I had already met with my surgeon and she was trying to cut me open in February, but my husband was doing training. So that's the only reason why I didn't have my surgery in February of 2023. Yes, Vanessa, if you go to the link in my bio and check out my website, there'll be lots of information there. Y'all can sign up for the newsletter to get all the tea when everything officially launches. My hospital requires a fitness test. Ooh, what does that entail? Yeah, mine was a month. They gave us a checklist because so I'm a military spouse. So there is no official like approval process as long as our BMI, and especially where I was stationed at, which is Fort Sam Houston in Texas. in San Antonio. And so that's like the medical hub of the military. That's where everyone gets trained at. That's medical. So it was literally like the right circumstances for me. So once I met the BMI and I had a core mobility, which was high blood pressure, I was approved for weight loss surgery. Like those two things, boom, approved. And then I just we had a checklist, not so much an approval list of the things that we had to do. We had 12 months to do that checklist, and the bare minimum you can do it in is 4 weeks. And that's exactly what I did, because at the time when we were in Texas, I was in nursing school. I was supposed to be starting like my actual nursing classes and clinicals that summer. And so I didn't know I was going to be this fast with my surgery. And so I thought it was going to be like a 6-month delay. I thought their list was super long, and which it was. But it just so happened to like be really quick for me. I did a full video on my YouTube channel of my approval process, because it definitely is different from like the civilian side. But yeah, I just got lucky. And then we found out that we were moving to Washington. So I did, not to say I did it for nothing, but it was like I sped through it for nothing, because it was a specific reason why I was trying to speed through it, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, and the only reason why I got it so quickly is because my surgeon, it's a military hospital, military clinic, military surgeons who are doing our procedure. So she was actually deploying. She wanted to make sure she stayed sharpened with her skills. So she was like booking herself up all the way up until she was supposed to deploy. She wanted to stay sharp on her skills. So because of that, I just got lucky. I got so lucky. Let me see what. They want to see how long I could stay out of a hospital from my mental health. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. I can see why they would want to just see how you're doing mentally. But how are you doing mentally? That's what really matters. How are you doing? Um, minus. Mm-mm-mm. I do agree, Lex. The delay of timing of the surgery, I feel like lets you really wrap your mind about what you're about to get into and all of that stuff. Like I really didn't get a chance to like really sit in the moment and fully research what it is that I was doing. Like I made the decision, I did the requirements, I had all of February to kind of think about it, but I was alone by myself with the girls. So I wasn't thinking about myself. I was just thinking about keeping us all afloat until my husband came back. And then I had my surgery March 2nd. So I never, like, once I made the decision, I never really had a chance to sit in what I was about to actually do. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Oh, you know where that's at? Mm. Yeah, I feel like somebody said that before. Maybe it was you who said that their parent was a veteran, and something was going on with the VA on why they couldn't get it. You need a psych, cardiology, pulmonology, and nutrition. Let's just see where you were at and see the consequences exercise post up. Hey Connie, how long did it take me to lose 100 pounds? So gotcha. So how close is she to Fort Sam though? Because there was a lot of people who didn't have a high BMI, but they took into consideration their history with weight loss, their age, and their comorbidities. Because I know a few people who were at least on the lower end of the BMI that they still got their surgery at Fort Sam specifically. Um, but so my highest weight was 287, and last year I started January 1st at 265. So I always bounce between 265 and 287. So it took me a year, because I always count from my highest weight, because that weight still counts too. It's not just my surgical weight. But yeah, I would say a year. I would sum it up to, it took me a year to lose all that weight, just because of all of the bouncing I was doing. Because even though I started 2023 at 265, in December I was 275, and then in November I was 287. Like my weight was still fluctuating. So I always just count it from my surgical date and my highest weight. That's how I like to move. Yeah, and I just found out that Fort Bragg had a clinic, and I spent 7 years. It was you I was talking to about this. I spent 7 years at Fort Bragg and didn't even know they had a weight loss surgery clinic. I could have been got my surgery. Gotcha. What did you eat 3 months post-op? And you're at a stall. So I have a video on my YouTube channel of how I broke my stalls, my best tips. But 3 months post-op, I think I was at solids by then. You have to remember, especially if you're just transitioning to solids, like your body just went through so many different food stages. For me, I had a 2-week pre-liquid diet, 2-week post-liquid diet, 2 weeks of puree, 2 weeks of soft food, and then I went to solid foods. Like, of course, we're not going to be losing weight like we did when we were just only drinking liquids. When you're starting to put food back into your system, there is an adjustment period because you're actually eating solids again. That means your intestines, your stomach has stuff in it again. So you need to allow your body the chance to go with those adjustments. Plus, in those first couple of months is when we're like dropping weight really fast. And again, the stalls happen because your body needs a second to adjust to what is going on. Don't worry about the stalls. The stalls is going to continue to happen. The weight is still going to continue to drop. So don't wrap your mind about that too much. And if you're only using the scale to track your weight loss, you're only hurting yourself. You need to find other ways to track your weight loss. Like my clinic specifically said, we technically weren't in a stall if they gave us 4 ways to track our weight loss. The scale, of course, your inches, your clothing sizes, and before and after pictures and videos. If one of those 4 things were moving in a month, then we technically wasn't in a stall. So if I think about it that way, I actually have never been in a stall in the year that I've been on this weight loss surgery journey. Even the time that I did gain weight in December, I gained like 5 or 7 pounds, but my inches dropped and my clothing sizes dropped. I went from a 14 to a 12. And then in January, I went from a 12 to an 8. Like, but the scale has been staying the same for the most part. It hasn't been, I've only lost 15 pounds from 6 months post-op. I mean, I'm 13 months post-op now. I've only lost 15 pounds. If I only relied on the scale, I would be driving myself crazy and doing very toxic things to continue to lose weight. But since I focus on other things like my before and after pictures, my inches, and my clothing sizes, I know that the body fat is what I care about that's leaving me. The body fat percentage. We get so fixated on the scale and not realizing that muscle weighs more than fat. So of course, the scale might not move or it might go up. But are you getting leaner? You probably are. And the only way you're going to know that you're getting leaner and losing actual body fat is from measuring yourself with the tape measure or looking at your before and after pictures. So try to think about those things. Did you continue to drink protein shakes after surgery until when? And I'm 5'5", so I'm 5'5". I'll be 35 this year. And as far as protein shakes, very controversial topic. But no, I think the moment you can start eating, I think you should start focusing on eating your protein shakes. Now, some people do struggle more than others to get their protein in. So if you need to rely on protein shakes, then do that. But for me and a lot of other people, I was like a hungry hippo after weight loss surgery. And I was still relying on protein shakes and protein chips and protein snacks and all that stuff. And so it was making me hungrier, which was actually making me take in more calories. So my weight started stalling too. So when I talked to my registered dietitian and I told her this, and I told her I kind of stopped drinking protein shakes because I can eat just fine. And I started eating my protein and eating my fiber. I realized my hunger went down. my weight started going down because I'm not taking in a whole bunch of calories anymore, and I feel fine. And she told me that what she found as a bariatric registered dietitian, that people who still rely on protein shakes when they don't need to, they end up gaining weight back, because that's still, you're drinking your calories plus you're eating. So if you don't need to drink protein shakes, then stop drinking protein shakes. Let your body adjust and actually eat your protein. So I started doing that at the beginning of this year. I still enjoy protein shakes. I might have it in a coffee. I might have it just when I want to, but I honestly could have stopped at 6 months post-op and would have been fine, because I've never had an issue with getting my protein in. Since day one, I've always been able to get my protein in. So I wish I would have stopped drinking protein shakes and having those little protein snacks very early on. Had I had this information sooner, I would have. But, it's all trial and error after weight loss surgery. You're 3 months out and you lost 30 pounds. That sounds like 10 pounds per month. That sounds good to me. How was it using the bathroom after weight loss surgery? I plan on getting a bypass. So I suffer from constipation really, 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 really badly after weight loss surgery. I suffer from constipation really badly, which is weird because I was a person who was always regular. But I mean, it's a common thing. A lot of people do suffer from constipation. What they don't talk about is you might suffer from diarrhea after weight loss surgery too. When I was on the liquid diet pre and post, I had diarrhea so badly. And I talked about this in my bowel movements YouTube video, but I had diarrhea so badly, and I was not expecting that because nobody talked about this. Like, I don't know, it was just all the liquids. I thought I would be backed up because I'm not taking in nutrients, but no, it made me have diarrhea like all day, every day. It was terrible. But once I had my surgery and I was pretty much off the liquids and transitioning into puree and soft foods, that's when constipation started for me. So if you look at that video on my YouTube, I know I'm showing y'all different products that I recommend that helped me. But in the beginning, I had to rely on supplements because, of course, I wasn't able to eat like I am now. So the supplement, and here's the thing with the supplements, you have to find, one, what works for you, but two, isn't harsh on both your stomach and making you dehydrate. So that was the problem I was going through. I've tried pretty much a whole bunch of different types of supplements. Hold on, I need to get my charger or y'all gonna die. I tried a whole bunch of different supplements, and I just had to find what worked for my stomach. So I tried, give me 1 second. Let me plug y'all in. I can't multitask. Okay. So I tried Benefiber, I tried Metamucil, I tried magnesium citrate, I tried what is it? The Fiber Well gummies, the sugar-free gummies. Get you a stool softener. My doctor, they did prescribe me with the stool softener, but all medications end at some certain point. So you can buy, it's called Colace. You can buy that at Walmart over the counter. So get you a stool softener so that you're not straining. And yeah, I did those things up until about 6 months post-op. And then once I was able to actually eat my fiber more, then I started doing that. So I don't live a low carb lifestyle, but I eat low carb items because if you look at the food label on those keto low carb items, they have fiber in it. So I like to eat my fiber. I like to stay in between 35 and 50 grams of fiber, and that helps me stay regular every single day. So I eat low carb wraps, low carb bread, pasta. It's pretty much it as far as getting my fiber in, because I cannot eat raw vegetables after weight loss surgery. It bothers my stomach too much, so I can't get my fiber out of vegetables. So I have to eat carbs to get my fiber in. Welcome to the page. Thank you guys for all of the follows. I started working out. So my surgeon said that I wasn't cleared for cardio until 4 weeks post-op and weight training until 6 weeks post-op. But the moment I got off of the table, they told me to walk walk, walk, walk. So that's what I did. I walked for every day until I was clear to start working out. And then I've been inconsistent with my working out ever since then. But I go to the gym, I run, I lift weights, I hop on my Peloton bike. I do a bunch of different things now. I'm just not really consistent with it. When would I have skin removal? When I can afford to have skin removal. So I need y'all to watch my YouTube videos, support my content, like my stuff, comment on my stuff so I can get paid. Like when I can afford to is when the moment I will have weight loss surgery. If I hit the lotto tomorrow and get $100,000, I will be getting my surgery the very next day if they could give it to me. Did you experience sharp pain on your right abdomen just suddenly after weight loss surgery? So no, I don't, it's hard to think back on these little things being this far out, but I don't recall having random spurts of pain. My pain for weight loss surgery, it only lasted like 4 days. What consumed me the most was my gas pain. Like that is what consumed me the most. So yeah, I can't really remember. 3 weeks post-op and you're having issues using the bathroom. So like I said, try Benefiber, try Metamucil, try magnesium citrate, try a stool softener, and then Colace. They not only have a stool softener, but it's like a 2-in-1. It's like a stimulant and a softener, so it will help you go. That one was a little harsh on me, but it did the job. It did the job, child. And drink your water. Drink your water. A lot of us sleep on that. Drink your water. That also helps. I know it's a struggle, but that also helps you go and flow. And try eating berries. That's packed with fiber. Try doing eating things like flax seeds, chia seeds, like adding that into a smoothie or something like that. Like eat things that have fiber in it to like what about sugar? What about sugar? I don't really eat anything with sugar. Live a sugar-free diet right now. That's not to say that things will change, only because sugar gives me that, that like nauseously hangover feeling in your stomach. That's what sugar does to me if I have too much of it. But do I eat sugar? Yeah, I still eat sugar after weight loss surgery. I just know my limits. So for the most part, I'm staying away from sugar. But I mean, I've had regular candy before. I've had a donut before. I've had cake, ice cream, regular juice. I drink alcohol that normally has sugar in it. And nothing has made me dump like that. Like all the things that they tell you will make you dump, for me, that's never been my case. But yeah, I don't do too much sugar though. Oh yeah, so yeah, I was talking about pain just now. So here's the thing with my surgery. I had the gastric sleeve and they already informed me of this. When they pull your stomach out of that main incision, that's where the pain for me came from. It was like a burning, pulling, sore sensation is what I had, and that lasted for like 4 or 5 days. I was on my pain medicine. I know for 4 or 5 days. I know I got off of my pain medicine after a week and I only stayed on it that long because I thought my pain medicine would touch my gas pain, and it never did. So what consumed me was the gas pain feeling. That is what consumed me the most. And my gas pain lasted for a month. I know some people like theirs came and went. Mine's lasted for a month. A month. How many meals do you have a day? What's your water intake? So I don't really like do how many meals I'm having per day because it varies. Like some days with my new pouch, some days I'm hungry and I'm eating all day. Some days I'm not hungry at all and I probably will only eat 2 meals and a snack. So I'm not structured with like 3 meals and 2 snacks. I don't do that. I just listen to my body. So when I'm hungry is when I'll eat. And sometimes I get lazy, so I'm not eating an actual meal. I just will eat something that I know has protein in it and keeping it moving. So yeah. But today I actually had meals. So I had protein pancakes with sausage, and I had the Quest pizza with a couple chicken wings for lunch. So I've had 2 meals so far. As far as my water intake, I try to bare minimum get 64 ounces of water. That's what they tell you to do after weight loss surgery, to bare minimum get 64 ounces of water. I still struggle with my water intake though. It's something about plain water after weight loss surgery that makes me not want to drink it, which is so weird because I used to be able to drink a gallon of water per day. But I at bare minimum get 64 ounces. I average about 80 ounces though. I drink about 2 of my Stanley cups, so that's 80 ounces. But some days is better than others. Some days I can hit a gallon. Some days I'm only getting like 40 ounces, like 1 cup, and that's it. No, I no longer weigh my food. I weigh my condiments, but I'm just in a stage of my weight loss journey since I'm so close to maintaining my weight. And for those of y'all who are new, I'm talking to both YouTube Live and TikTok Live. So that's why if you're like, what questions is she answering? That's where it's coming from. But oh, weighing my food. But when I was on my like weight loss journey, I was weighing my food, tracking my food, all that stuff. But since my weight loss has slowed down, I'm so close to my goal weight, if I'll ever make it there. I have been learning to live in weight maintenance because I've been trying to lose weight for 13 years. The only weight I've ever maintained was 250 pounds. So I'm trying to learn how to maintain my weight here and trust myself and the food decisions and not like being so strict with tracking and weighing. Like I'm trusting myself to just kind of go with the vibes and go with the flow. And it's been working because I have a 5 pound bounce for the most part. I bounce between 183 and 187. And so I allow myself that 5 pound bounce because that's what my body is going to do. That doesn't mean that that's fat that I'm packing on. It's most likely water weight. So I don't trip over that. And I've been like this since the beginning of the year. Honestly, I haven't kind of just chilled with the whole weight loss stuff. I am probably going to kick it up a notch, especially before summer, and see what my body and my tool will give me if I can make it closer to my goal weight or to lose a little bit of pounds. So I'll probably go back to weighing my food and tracking. But for right now, I only really track my condiments because you can go a little crazy with condiments. Let me get caught up over here. So gas wasn't painful. Gas was extremely painful. Extremely painful. The only thing that worked for me was chewable extra strength Gas X and walking. Like that's it. And some foods, even a year post-op, will still trigger the gas pain, which is why I stay away from raw vegetables because I love to snack on cucumbers and peppers and all that stuff. Like I like to have that as a little snack. But that immediately gives me gas pain as if I woke up off the table. So I had to say to myself, it was so bad to where I was taking Gas X again. And I had to say to myself, is it worth it? Or should I be listening to my body right now? My body is obviously telling me, Janae, you can't eat this right now because it hurts. It's uncomfortable. And I wasn't listening to my body and I was suffering through that pain. So I had to tell myself, you know what? Maybe right now raw vegetables isn't the thing. So I don't even eat salads. I barely eat vegetables because I hate cooking them. I actually like raw vegetables. But yeah. You can't hit your water and protein goals 4 weeks out and you're regretting it right now. I mean, it definitely does take some time to get there. What worked for me was setting alarms. From the moment I woke up to like an appropriate time to go to sleep. So pretty much I had alarms running for a good 12 hours, 13 hours, for every hour on an hour. If you have to up that some, then do that. But I had alarms set for my water, for my protein, for my vitamins, and to get my steps in every hour on the hour. And that's what helped me. That's what helped me get my protein in, to be honest. And here was something that my registered dietitian told me. that I had a little bit confused. I thought I had to get 60 grams of protein in plus 64 ounces of water. So I was not hitting that, especially being 4 weeks out. But when I went to my 2 week appointment and I told them that, like, I'm struggling, they were like, it's 64 ounces total, no matter what type of fluid you get. That way you don't get dehydrated. So your protein is involved in that 64 ounces. Your bone broth is involved in your 64 ounces. Like your Gatorade is involved in your 64 ounces plus your water. The moment she said that, I was like, oh, okay, that makes things easier. And they're like, eventually we are going to separate the two and it will be 64 ounces of water that you have to hit. I can't remember when. I think maybe that was like starting at the solid foods, but they knew we would not be able to hit both of those goals. So that's what they told us. So maybe, talk with your surgeon and registered dietitian and see what it like, get clarification, because I needed to get that clarification. Once I had that clarification, I was set. It took the pressure off getting everything in. And then as far as like protein, think about different ways you can get your protein in. Like I wasn't just doing protein shakes. I would do protein water, like the powder one, not the bottle one, because I thought that was nasty. I would add collagen to my protein water or shake. I would drink bone broth because a serving of that has 10 grams of protein in it. I would drink the drinkable Greek yogurt smoothies because that had 12 grams of protein in it. So switch things up too, because you could just be also tired of whatever it is that you're always taking in. And then yeah, as far as like water, I would do flavored water. I would do water infusions, like add fruit and vegetables into my water to give it some taste. I would rely on Mio, Crystal Light, use my straw. Working out made me thirsty, so I would work out in the morning, and that kind of put me like in a head start for the rest of the day, because I know I'm obviously going to drink water. So those are some tips that helped me. Hey, Leandra. Mm-mm-mm. Did you see changes in your hair thickness, hair loss, skin dryness after surgery? If so, what were your practices? So I do, Bella, have a video. I really need to do an updated video because my hair has grown back a lot, but I do have a video of hair loss after weight loss surgery. So I knew going into my weight loss surgery that I was going to lose my hair. It's just my body's natural reaction to stress. And so I knew it was going to be bad. So when I was pregnant with my second child, I had postpartum hair shedding so badly, I ended up chopping off my hair. And then a year later, I got COVID and nobody was talking about COVID hair loss. And so I ended up losing my hair again. I did not do a big chop then because my hair was already still short. So when I heard about hair loss for weight loss surgery, I already knew what it was going to start giving. And so 2.5 months post-op is when I started losing my hair. And at 5 months post-op is when I just did the big chop. And I've been just wearing wigs ever since. 7 months post-op is when I noticed it finally stopped falling out. And then about 9 months post-op is when I feel like it actually started regrowing. And like I said, I'm at 13 months post-op. I may actually record the video next week because I need to wash my hair. But my hair has grown back a lot. It's not as, I've always had thin hair though, but it's not as thick as it used to be. I feel like it's the texture has changed a little bit too, but maybe I'm just overthinking it. As far as like skin dryness, I haven't noticed too much of that. I know people talk about like acne after weight loss surgery and skin dryness after weight loss surgery, but those things haven't come across my way. But in that video on my YouTube, I do show y'all the products, all of the products I use, like all of the different tips, staying on your vitamins. Like I do talk about all of that. So check out that video because I'm still using all of those same products. I'm still doing all of those same things. Oh, you can finally eat raw broccoli. I should try raw broccoli because broccoli and spinach are the only two things that has not bothered me. But again, I eat them cooked, so I don't. I'm just so scared. That gas pain like was terrible for me, so I'm so scared to even try it again, like eating raw vegetables again. Yes, Leandra. I'm trying to like just make social media fun again. Like I grew up on social media. I'm a millennial, so that means we grew up as social media was growing up. It was fun, and I feel like now everything is about the aesthetics and everything is about everything just looking good and sounding good and looking your best. And I'm like, some of my content, I just want to have fun. And so when I come across other videos, I'm like, oh, that's funny. How can I make that weight loss surgery related? And then my mind starts going. And then like the Jolene video I just posted on my page, I made that into like a weight loss surgery thing. Like I'm just trying to have fun on these apps and like let my hair down some. Mm. Why do you want to know my monthly stats? Is my question. I don't mind sharing it, but here's the thing. Before I share it, because y'all asked me over here on YouTube too, before I share my monthly stats, if I can even remember, because I'm on both of my phones, so I can't even pull them up. But here's the thing. A lot of y'all ask those questions because you want to compare what you're doing and if you're doing something right to someone else. This isn't for everyone, but that's what we naturally do. We want to make sure that we're doing things right. But my stats is not going to tell y'all anything about what your body is going to do. So with that being said, I think I count from the moment I started my pre-liquid diet. So for the first month, I lost like 24 pounds. I know that because I was on a month of liquids. Shit, see, I can't even like remember. I know I went from like 260 to my surgery date. I was 250. Then after my pre-liquid diet, I was like 230. And then I know I went to 220. Look, y'all gonna have me sitting here lying to y'all. I don't even know. Let me see if I can pull it up on my iPad real quick. If I can't pull it up on my iPad, then we just gonna have to leave this as a mystery. Because I really don't remember. Oh, wait, I do have it here. Okay. I know at one point I was tracking it and then I stopped. Okay. So, like I said, my highest weight was 287.2. That was back in September of 2020. But like I said, I always bounce between 287 and 265. So I started my pre-liquid diet at 264.2. That was February 16th. So March 16th, I was 239. That's a month later. April 16th, I was 229. That's 2 months. By May 18th, I was 221. So that's 3 months. Then June 15th, I was 217. That would be 4 months. Then July 13th, I was 207. That would be about 5 months. And then August 10th, I was 206. And then my official 6-month weigh-in, I was 201.8. That was September 2nd. That would be me being officially 6 months post-op. By October 5th, I was 194.2. And then by November, I was 189.8. And then I stopped writing it down in my app. I know for the month of December, I had gained weight. And right now, I'm sitting at 183.6. So that's pretty much a monthly breakdown. I lost majority of my weight, like the bulk of my weight in the first 6 months of my journey. And everything pretty much came to a screeching halt. Like I've said, I've only lost 15 pounds from 6 months post-op to now being 13 months post-op. But I have lost a ton of inches, a ton of clothing sizes. So I think at 6 months post-op, I was just fitting into a large. I don't even think I bought my first pair of jeans yet to tell y'all what like number size I was. Yeah, I definitely didn't buy my first pair of jeans at 6 months post-op. So I was still bouncing between extra large and large at 6 months post-op by the time I lost the bulk of my weight. And I started at a 3X and a 2X. Now I comfortably sit in all mediums, tops and bottoms, all mediums. So I'm actually going into smalls now in my tops. And in my dresses, my tops, my skirts, I'm like a small. My jeans, the last time I bought jeans, I was a 12, but I bought a jean skirt and I was a 6. So for probably jean pants, I'm probably like about an 8'10". And I buy non-stretch jeans because I want to know what my true size is without the stretch. Um, it's short season soon, so I'm gonna be buying shorts soon, and I'll give y'all an update of what my clothing sizes is looking at. And maybe for the month of April, I still do a monthly weigh-in and a monthly tape. I know I did one for my year post-op on my TikTok. Ooh, I forgot to give y'all that video for YouTube. And I'm a whole month after my year post-op. I never did my year post-op update video. So I'm gonna have to do that like soon. And that's probably when I'll add in April stats as well. But yeah, I don't really care to do like the weigh-in videos anymore. I used to do them like every week and every month. Now I don't really care to do it, but I will do a weigh-in video for April 2nd when I am 13 months post-op. And I'll probably do like a month-to-month breakdown, updated month-to-month breakdown as well by then. Don't share your monthly stats. I don't mind sharing it. I just like to caution people first because I already know why y'all asking. Because I used to do the same thing because I wanted to see like, am I on the right track? Especially because my weight loss surgery journey has been so much different compared to other people. Like I haven't been sick. I've been able to tolerate food so well. I've been able to eat a lot of food so well. And when I'm doing that and my weight loss is slow, I'm naturally thinking, am I doing something wrong? But no, this is just my body. And at the end of the day, I still lost 104 pounds and I'm still losing. So I just don't want y'all to go ask everybody, like, what's your stats if you're asking to compare what you're doing to someone else. That's why I just caution with it. Did you tell your family that you were having weight loss surgery? So all of my immediate family and friends knew. All of them knew. Everybody who was important in my life knew that I was having weight loss surgery. I didn't tell like, random aunts and random cousins and like they found out when social media found out. So all of my close people, friends and family knew, and the internet knew. The internet knew before I actually verbally told a lot of people in my real life. And I have a great support system. So yeah, it was even with people finding out in my real life, like everyone has been so supportive of me. And then how did you start adjusting to preparing yourself for the pre-op liquid diet? That's a good question. I don't get that question often because I know some people like to be like, oh, I have this liquid diet. I'm going to start my liquid diet a week early so that I can adjust to it. Or I'm going to start lowering my calories early so that I can adjust to it. I thought I would do something like that and never did. And I'm glad I didn't because it wasn't that serious. So I just advise y'all, like sometimes cold turkey is the best way to just do it. So I literally woke like February 16th is when I had to start my liquid diet. I had my last meal on February 15th and started my liquid diet and that was that. And I was on liquids for a whole month. Did I cheat during that time? Yes, I cheated twice pre, once post. But yeah. And when I cheated with like post-op, I cheated with 1 scrambled egg because the head hunger was like hitting me so badly. So like at the later end of my liquid diet, I think like a week post-op is when I had that egg and immediately regretted it because it was just head hunger and it did make me very uncomfortable after I consumed it. And then pre-op, the 2 times I cheated, the first was with broccoli and boneless, skinless chicken thigh. And the second time was like very lean ground beef and broccoli, very small sizes. I just needed something to chew. But yeah, that was it. And then, yeah, I answered both of those questions. Do you remember what you ate during the pureed foods phase? Oh my God. The pureed foods was the worst stage for me, like because I did not know what to eat. So if I was you, I would jump on YouTube, I would jump on TikTok, go in the search bar and put in weight loss surgery, pureed diet recipes. I wish I would have done that. I literally did not know what to eat. So I either went back to liquids or I advanced myself to soft foods and chewed it really well, which I do not advise you do. Just do your research now if you can Type it in, save a couple of recipes, get the ingredients. If you have to keep eating those meals over and over again until you can make it through to the next food stage, then do that. I wish I would have done that. Hey, Sarah girl. We're just shooting the shits, talking about weight loss surgery. I never come in here with any type of like theme of what we're talking about. We're just talking. Well, we all get the surgery based on other people's experiences and have certain expectations. When it doesn't go as good, then you naturally compare to see what you can improve or do better. No, I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think we all get surgery based off of other people's experiences. I got surgery because I wanted to lose weight. It wasn't based off of nothing nobody else was doing. It was because I wanted to lose weight and I knew that that method was going to get me to lose weight. Now, when I went into my research to start seeing what what other people's journeys was like, that's when I started to get false expectations for what my body would do, which is why I'm telling y'all what I'm telling y'all now. Being a year post-op and already have lived through it, I say don't compare yourself and don't worry about other people's journeys. Take all of the information that you possibly can. I don't think there's nothing wrong with gathering as much information as you possibly can, but just realize that none of that may apply to you. And that's something that I wish I would have understood better. I did so much research based off of other people's experiences and had these certain expectations, and when it didn't happen, I was like, what the hell is happening? I'm everybody's throwing up. Everybody can't keep their food down. Everybody can't eat as much as I can. Like, am I doing something wrong? But no, I'm not. That's just their experience. And there's actually a lot of people who are like me who are just fine, is what I like to call it, after weight loss surgery. They're just fine. And we're all thinking we're doing something wrong when we need to just be worried about ourselves. There's nothing anyone else can do. There's nothing about anyone else's journey that's going to make you feel better about your own. And it's great to have the information, but still, it doesn't apply because we just don't know what our body specifically is going to do. So maybe it's the nerd in me. I like to know everybody's business and know everybody's experiences, but then I have to tell myself, that doesn't mean it's you, Janae. That doesn't mean it's you. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-mm-mm. 3 days post-op, it's been a little rough. Been feeling better than yesterday. Pre-op was a slice of cake compared to post-op is the real thing. Yeah. I'm on day 2. They said I can do puree blended now. All right, Samantha, and don't feel pressured to go to the next food stage. Like, listen to your body. They said that you're approved to go to blended, but if you realize your stomach is just not agreeing with it, hurts too much, or if you can't get your protein minimums, it's all right to go backwards and go back to liquids until your body can, get to that food stage. I think a lot of us, they tell us that we can get to these food stages and then we start to struggle. But if you start to struggle, it's okay to go back. Like, for me, for vitamins, this is a great example as far as vitamins are concerned. I had to take chewable vitamins until 3 months post-op. That's when they approved me to go onto the pills. But after surgery, I don't know why, I had a very hard time swallowing pills. I had a hard time, so much so that at 6 months post-op, I stopped taking my vitamins cold turkey. And I stopped taking it for 5 months. But I noticed that my immune system started getting weaker. Like, I was always catching a cold. Like, I was doing videos on here on TikTok and everyone's like they can tell, like, your nose is stuffy. I'm always sick. It didn't help that I have kids that are in school and daycare, and I worked in an ER, so I'm always around germs. But I noticed the moment I stopped taking my vitamins is when I started getting sick more. I'm not consuming vitamin C and all that stuff. So at 11 months post-op, I was like, you know what? The most consistent I was with my vitamins was when I was on my chewable form. I'm going back to chewable vitamins. And ever since then, I have been on my chewable vitamins and been consistent. So if you feel like anytime with any topic when it comes to weight loss surgery, if you feel like something is now too advanced for you, it is okay to take a step back until your body can adjust to that new thing again. Did any of your relationships change negatively and positively since surgery? No, I mean, I think not negatively, not at all negatively, not that I've noticed. My circle is pretty small too. First of all, because I'm a military spouse, I really don't like talk to a lot of people in day to day in real life. I just mind my business and keep it moving. So the people that's been rocking with me that I talk to on a day to day basis have been around for years, and my weight has no reflection of our relationship. It has nothing to do with our relationship, and I'm thankful of that because I do understand that people will, whatever positivity is happening in your life, people will see that and will try to dim your light. And so I get that, like, I definitely do get that. I'm thankful that that's not my story. All of my relationships have grown in a positive manner. And I think it's a reflection of me because I'm showing up as a better person now. I'm showing up as a better friend, as a better mother, as a better daughter, as a better spouse. Like, I'm showing up in the best way that I possibly can. Like, I feel like you cannot pour from an empty cup. And my cup has been so empty for a very long time that I was doing the bare minimum in a lot of my relationships. But now I feel like my cup is full and I have the energy and a bandwidth to actually be a better person, period. So I think all of my relationships has grown in a positive way. You hit your goal weight last week, Julissa. Congratulations. Yay. So you had to like lose weight before you get your surgery. I'm so thankful that that's something my clinic took away from us. We did not have to lose a single pound before surgery. We could not, however, gain weight, but we didn't have to like lose any weight. And their theory was, like, what is 10, 15 pounds gonna do? Like, you're already gonna lose the weight with the surgery. So us stressing you about losing 10 to 15 pounds before your surgery is not that serious. They, however, wanted us to focus on the lifestyle changes, changing the way we eat, changing our fitness. Like, that is what they cared about because they knew that doing that, like us focusing and changing our mind on that, would lead to longer term success. So I'm so glad they did not pressure us to lose weight beforehand because I only lost 0.8 pounds before my surgery. I started 2023 at 265 pounds and I started my liquid diet at 264.2 pounds. I only lost 0.8 pounds. Of course, I lost weight on the liquid diet, but I start my journey from the moment I started my liquid diet. So I only lost 0.8 pounds and they wasn't tripping. I'm in the puree stage and I'm doing great with my protein intakes. I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Why do you feel like you're doing it wrong? You got your protein in. You're doing it right. You are doing it right. If you're just, there's a lot of us just fine girlies. You're doing it right. Oh, you guys were required. Ooh, I'm so glad that that was not my case. Yes, you're welcome, Bella. You are so welcome. Thanks for sitting here and engaging and asking your questions. Ask away. Yay. Delete. I think I'm gonna hop off here in a little bit. This was a spontaneous live because I normally don't go on live on the weekends just because I'm like busy with the kids. Everybody's home, but it's nap time. And so I was like, let me just jump on live, see what everyone's doing. But y'all have a great Saturday. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will most likely pop back on live on Monday because I'm not gonna come on tomorrow. Y'all just catch me on my actual content and I will see y'all later. Bye. Oh, won't let me leave. Look, it's not letting me leave.